Hi everyone, I'm Ray and this is my channel, Carry Me Mama. Normally I'm coming at you with some new product stuff and tips and tricks for baby wearing, but today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Kind of want to talk a little bit about my journey with baby wearing, which is intertwined with my journey of learning how to cope with anxiety. I figured we could just have a little chat over some coffee. I got my Mama Bear mug, so that's what this video is going to be about. For those of you who may not know, I am a mom of two. I have an almost 3-year-old and an almost 3-month-old. My husband and I have been married for 10 years and he's in the Army, so spoiler alert, that does feed into the story a little bit. I, as a child, had a lot of anxiety-based behaviors and driven behaviors that I didn't know that were related to that. I wasn't actually diagnosed with an anxiety disorder until I was a full-blown adult, so I kind of coped with this for a long time in my own way without knowing what it was. And it wasn't until 2015 when my husband was about 9 months into a 12-month deployment that I had my first panic episode. I was living with my sister in Baltimore and I was working as a bartender at a restaurant. I started having a panic episode. I was sweating, my heart was pounding, I thought I was having a heart attack. It was like 7 p.m. on Saturday night in the middle of a super busy shift, and I was like, see you later, I'm probably gonna die. I didn't die, I'm still here. I didn't even know what that was for a long time. I was terrified by the idea that I didn't know what had brought it on, and it wasn't until much later that I actually sought help professionally for that whole episode. And he came home, we moved to Texas, and so it was the farthest away that I had ever lived from my family who lives on the East Coast. Shortly after we moved to Texas, he found out that he would be going on another deployment for 9 months. It wasn't until into that deployment that I realized that I really needed to talk to somebody and get some help. And I ended up getting diagnosed with a generalized anxiety disorder with panic episodes, and I was prescribed some medicine. For episodic use, I was able to take some medicine. It got me to a point where I could function again. My husband gets back from this deployment, and shortly thereafter, we found out that we were expecting our first son. We're both overjoyed. And when I was about 4 months into my pregnancy, we found out that he would be leaving on a rapid deployment, meaning he was gonna leave really quickly, much more quickly than they typically do, with very little lead time. I wasn't ready for that. I thought for sure that he would be there, but he was not there for the birth. My son was born on June 17th, 2018. That was Father's Day, and my mom was there. My husband made it back within the week to see him. We're really lucky because that doesn't always happen with the military. They're not always able to come back at all. My husband went back to Afghanistan, and it was just the two of us. I had all of this that had happened in my life that led up to this point. I had never truly really dealt with my anxiety. I realized that I needed to do this for myself, but also for my child. I started seeing a therapist. It's hard as a mom. It's really hard as a mom to be like, I'm gonna take the time out of my day. Who has the time to do that? But it really was transformative for me. She started working with me on those real day-to-day coping mechanisms, the ways that we can help ourselves when we struggle with anxiety. During this time period, I really fell in love with baby wearing. How baby wearing has really helped me to cope with the day-to-day stresses of being a mom and being able to hold my baby close to me and still be able to get the things done in life that I need to get done. I started out with having a Solly wrap, which is a soft, stretchy wrap. My son was a chunk, so within the first couple months, it just wasn't comfortable anymore. It wasn't supportive enough. I found ring slings, and through that, I fell into the world of online Facebook buy, sell, trade, trying all kinds of different things. And I found some brands that I really love. The brands that you'll see on my channel are not the same brands you're gonna see if you go into Bye Baby. They're mostly small businesses, they're mostly mama owned. But the thing that I loved was that I could find pieces that felt like me, or at least were really functional for my lifestyle. It made me feel like a little piece of maintaining my own sense of style and who I am as a person. I'm now wearing my second Theo. He's almost 3 months old, and I'm just cherishing it so much more this time around because they grow up so fast, and that's really what it's meant to me. And so that's what you'll see on my channel, and I'm excited to share more with you. Subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.